What did I just get sent? This video is called To the Men on Retention. Your semen contains the universe within it. Don't take this lightly. And the first frame of the video, it's by a channel with 2.47k subs called The Realist Tiller. Or The Realist Tiller. And the first frame of it is beyond parody. It's a Minecraft edit, and we've got the fucking Minecraft text on screen. Sometimes when they are okay, sorry, I can't read. Apparently I've lost all my literacy skills. Sometimes when they are deep in dreams, I want to tell them. They are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes I want to tell them of their importance to the universe. It reads our thoughts. Minecraft. I cannot believe this motherfucker straight up starts his semen retention video by quoting the fucking Minecraft credits end poem. I cannot believe it. This is absurd.
Today I'm sharing my recount of a dream that will shred the very fabric.
Wait, is this that one dude who did the viral video about how, like, Gen Z men are, like, fallen or whatever? That went viral? I think it might be the same guy. Maybe it's just a very similar looking guy making similar content.
Of this universe, or at least your interpretation of it as a man on semen retention. So buckle up, because it's going to be a joy of a ride, my boy.
I really don't get this whole semen retention thing, because, like, as a guy, you're going to end up doing semen retention just by, like, circumstance. Like, whenever you're in a situation for, like, sometimes weeks or months at a time where you just can't, like, jack off or whatever. Like, that's happened to me, and I never felt like I was, like, gaining power from it or anything like that. It really... The masturbation and jacking off and nutting becomes a problem when you're overdoing it. And you know you're overdoing it when it starts to hurt, usually, is like pretty much your first sign. If things start to look or feel off, then you should probably stop, and you're probably doing it too much. And if it starts to, like, get in the way of your life, or starts to act as, like, a crutch, right? Like, if your go-to thing when you're bored is to watch porn and jack off, that's probably unhealthy. Not because it's porn, and, like, porn is, like, inherently bad or unhealthy for you, but because it's very clear that you're using it as a crutch in a way that probably isn't healthy. Like, you should jack off because you feel like it, not because you're bored. And not because you feel like, yeah, I don't know. There's like a fine line in there where I feel like you're engaging with that healthily. And I feel like a lot of dudes are falling on either side too far in that spectrum, you know? Because lately we've got this big wave of Gen Z dudes who are, like, super anti-gooners, super anti-nofap, like this guy. But then you've got, like, the wave of dudes who are, like, super too gooner, super too pro-fap. You know, like, maybe they go a little too far with it, and it feels like that, you know, the key is moderation. Except for moderation, you do that a lot. I don't know where that line is from, but I always loved it. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this whole, like, nofap thing is just claiming that you get magic powers from holding in your cum. And it's about as crazy as, like, Andrew Tate saying we live in the Matrix. It feels like it's on par.
Disclaimer, bro. I can't tell the difference between dreams and reality no more. I just can't. And the reason I bring this up is because this morning I had a dream, like Martin Luther King, but it's more so a...
What do I even say in response to the things he's saying right now? We need to, like, pause every 5 seconds for, like, a laugh track.
wet dream in which...
Oh, wet dream. Okay, hold on. All right, we're rewinding. Hold on. We're not, let's let this play unpaused.
Reality no more. I just can't. And the reason I bring this up is because this morning I had a dream, like Martin Luther King, but it's more so a wet dream in which I was conscious of it being No Nut November, and I was actively not trying to relapse. I was edging, and I relapsed anyways. Now this was a wet dream, so
this might be what I would call too much detail. You know, just TMI, too much information. Okay. Like, the fact that that exists, the fact that, like, if you do not regularly, like, nut, then, like, you can literally just nut in your sleep, and that's just a thing that will happen, and you'll basically soil your trousers, for lack of a better phrase. Like, the fact that that is a thing that happens, that, like, once you've gone long enough without nutting, it just happens while you're sleeping, like, that kind of indicates that maybe you're supposed to do it yourself every once in a while, you know? Like, maybe just not ever doing it could possibly not even be good for you if your body forces it to happen on its own, right? Like, is that not like a fairly compelling piece of evidence there that like, if you do not do it yourself, then your body will do it for you in your sleep? I don't know. Maybe that's just me making shit up.
Connects two worlds is that I was wet, like, down here in real life. And what happened in this dream felt so surreal. Within the very dream itself, I had asked myself if I had a wet dream. For some reason, I was still dreaming even after my ejaculation. And so what I did, I decided to pursue my curiosity, basically study it.
What the fuck are we watching? What the fuck did you link me? What the fuck did you link me? What is this? What did you send me? Oh, I just wish it was snowing outside. That would be the only silver lining to this. What the fuck are we watching? How do you find this shit?
Did I relapse or did I have a wet dream? Within the dream, I studied this. And so what I did is I took my phone out and I took a picture of my puddle, like my actual...
What are we watching? What are we watching? What is happening? Heavy Gretel, you have chosen the best time to arrive. Oh my god. I feel like I just pulled a muscle in my throat. Oh my god. What the fuck did you just send me? How do you find this shit?
Private parts. I know this is, like, not safe for work, but I had to put it in there for the story. Because it's...
Bro's a cum scholar. Studying it like Nick Fuentes.
It adds... trust me, it plays a part. It plays a very important role. In the digital image, I zoomed in on one particular droplet of semen. And this droplet was a globe of Earth, representation of Earth.
Can I get Ethan in here right now? Can I get Ethan in here right the fuck now? I need to co-react to this with Ethan. I think I need to bring Ethan in for this. Oh my god. Dude, I need you on stream right now so we can co-react to this. It is the most insane shit I have ever watched. I need Ethan to hear this. He needs to hear this. Me and Ethan joke about charging our JOs. It's like an inside joke that we have. And this guy's talking about that shit completely unironically. It is not a joke like when me and Ethan talk about it. He needs to see this. And I need you all to see him see it. Oh no, he's playing League. He's playing League. He's making ramen right now. No! And he's got League open. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. Oh my god. Zan, this is a whole thing on YouTube. I know there's a whole, like, community of people who do this on YouTube, but this guy's just, like... This guy's just posting.
I could spin it around. Like, I could interact with this image on my phone.
What?
And
What?
at a point, it crumbled. The earth crumbled. And
is he talking about a dream right now, or is he saying he saw this?
As I'm talking to you right now, it makes me wonder if this digital life, the phone, is real. Like, what's the difference between the phone, this right here that I'm experiencing, and dreams, bro?
Isn't it crazy how I started this by talking about, like, the Andrew Tate Matrix red pill shit? This guy's literally about to say, I guarantee you he name drops the Matrix in this video. There's no way he doesn't.
I don't know. Now you may be thinking, yo, Jacob, it's so random that you took a picture of your, semen in your dream. Why did you do that? Because I wanted to know if it was a wet dream or an active relapse, because I was, edging type shit. When it comes to wet dreams, you release a different kind of old sperm, okay? You're flushing out old sperm versus, how if you're consciously in a waking state, it is white fluid, semen coming out. So there's a difference in between what is...
That's not the different. That's not old and new sperm. Do you... Okay. The sperm are the sperm cells, which are, like, suspended in a, like, seminal fluid, as it's called, and that's pre-cum, as we call it. I'm giving you guys a sex ed lesson. That's what we call pre-cum, is that seminal fluid. It's clear, and I guess it's what comes out when you have a wet dream. I've never had a wet dream before. I don't know. And the white shit in your cum is the sperm cells. When they're not present, then there's no sperm cells in it. So if you have a low sperm count, or you're not actively nutting, then it's probably going to be clear because there's no sperm cells in it yet. Although there can be. Well, actually, no, I think okay, so my understanding of this is, all right, I believe I'm not spreading misinfo. I Googled this, okay? The concern about pre-cum having a concern, like, being possible to get someone pregnant, is that if one has, like, nutted, like, say, an hour ago, and so there's still the possibility of living sperm cells being alive in the urethra, and then a guy has sex with a girl without a condom on, the pre-cum can basically act as a method for those semen cells or those sperm cells, not semen cells, the sperm cells, to then end up prematurely coming out. But it's not prematurely, those are older ones from like an hour ago. But the longer it's been, the lesser of a chance there is for that to happen. After like a few hours, there's 0% chance. But that is the chances of that. That's how that happens. And this is far more of an actual sex ed lesson than this guy has probably ever received in his whole life. Because he clearly does not know what the fuck he's talking about. How do you not know how your own balls work, bro?
Released. And as you know, I received an answer that I had not expected, bro. That our semen contains the universe within it? Bro, that's insane. Now, it's one of the best symbolic dreams I've ever had, bro. Top 1% in terms of the symbolism. And I'm just going to say, it reminded me of Horton, Here's a Who. Now, this is a Dr. Seuss movie that I
just feel like I'm tripping balls right now, dude. Like, I feel like I'm on drugs. Like, I don't even... I feel like I'm not here when I watch this guy. I don't know how to respond. This guy's just like... He's... What do I say? What do I say?
enjoyed as a kid. It just lets me know that I was very spiritual in nature since I was born.
I could tell.
Okay, this movie serves as a reminder. You don't even have to know the movie. I'm just going to very much sum it up in a way that relates to this video, okay? It's basically this elephant named Horton who hears a speck of dust speaking to him, okay? As I'm outside right now, I can just pick like basically a certain like flower.
If this guy is trolling and he's being ironic, he's actually a comedic genius and like needs to be like a big time Hollywood comedian guy. Because this would actually be, if this is satire, it is golden satire.
And show it on camera. This right here, bro, had a world of people in it. And these people were called Who's. Their last name were Who, I guess. I haven't watched the movie in a long ass time. So basically Horton is this guy with a ton of faith. a faith in a
Yes, Heavy Gretel. He's telling us the story of how he had a dream, and he had a wet dream, sorry, but he also cummed in the dream, and then he looked at a droplet of cum and pulled out his phone in the dream and took a photo of it, and in the photo, in the droplet of cum, he could see the Earth, and it made him realize the universe exists inside of his semen, and it reminded him of Horton Hears a Who, and so that's what he's explaining now.
Power larger than him, okay? The entire movie is basically surrounded around the theme faith. And Horton was seen as crazy throughout the movie because his motto was, a person is a person no matter how small. Damn, this puts a smile on my face thinking about that elephant, bro. We're talking about the elephant in the room right now. Faith is evidence of the things unseen, yet to be seen. And so this is all synchronized. My life is synchronized right now with God. Horton believed, well, he knew because he heard the voices, that there is life in the speck of dust. There's a whole society, a city with a mayor in it, in that speck of dust on a flower. And Horton himself held that near and dear to his heart. He did not let go of it. He wanted to show the world that he was not crazy. He wanted to prove the doubters wrong. And so he convinced the city within the speck of dust to scream as loud as they can. I remember this part of the movie, by the way. To scream as loud as they...
It was a book. It was a book. Dr. Seuss wrote books. He didn't make movies. He wrote books, and then they were adapted. How did you not read Horton Hears a Who, the book? I know there's a movie too, but I'm getting a migraine. I'm not even joking about this. I'm actually getting a migraine. I am unironically getting a fucking migraine from this.
Can. And for everybody to remain silent within Horton's world, that's when they would finally recognize, oh shoot, there is life within everything type shit, at least within this speck of dust, but with what me and you can interpret it as, all is one. Our semen contains the universe within it, and we cannot let go of this precious life force energy we have, because the reality is, we're all...
Bro's charging his J.O. This is literally the, like, thought process behind, like, charging your J.O. Okay, I need... Okay, we have to take a quick diversion. I have to find, like, a meme video about charging your J.O. crystal. Oh yeah, here's a Wang video.
I just learned something.
A Wang short about J.O. crystals. Okay, here we go.
Learned something really disappointing. You know the J.O. crystals? It's probably one of my favorite things online of all time. The J.O. crystals Craigslist post. Charge up and J.O. 38 Houston. The crystal I wear around my neck contains an essence that gets recharged when I jack it with a bro who also has a crystal. Gives me confidence at work, home, social situations, etc. Nobody knows it's a J.O. crystal but me and my bros. I've seen it glow white while jerking it with a bud. That's how I know this is real. You can come over for as long as you want, but I need a picture of you preferably wearing a crystal before I waste my time.
Yep. Yeah, so basically what he's describing is that, like, semen energy that you would capture into the crystal for, like, further refining and sort of, like, magnification of its magical essence that you would, like, keep on you, like, you know, as sort of a relic, an artifact of magical strength that you would regularly empower, of course. But this guy's talking about trying to retain all that energy just in your body, and just doesn't work that way. Your body will just reject it eventually. You have to actually, like, release that energy from your body and distill it into the J.O. crystal in order to get, like, the powers of the universe. Eventually, if you charge a J.O. crystal enough, it turns into basically an infinity stone.
Alive because of semen, bro. Semen droplets that went into a pussy. Do you think hot sauce, if it went into a vagina, would create us? No.
This has to be parody. This has to be satire. This has to be. Why would he use hot sauce? Why would he ever use hot sauce?
This is why semen is sacred. This is why it's not like any other liquid. But at the same, very, very, very same time, it's just like everything else in this universe. It's just energy. But somehow, some way, semen creates us who are conscious of our existence and perhaps the creator who created us. And that just blew me away, realizing that. It blows my mind right now, type shit. But when you zoom out to the Milky Way galaxy, we are that speck of dust.
He's going to try to claim the milk in the Milky Way galaxy has come, isn't he?
We are insignificant. And that itself, it might seem depressing at first, but if it is, it will later on empower you, dog. Once you let go of your ego, oh yeah, it empowers you to recognize and be basically insignificant, but one with God too. And who's to say that God isn't the universe? Like, who's to say that?
Dog, I feel like I'm tripping balls watching this dude. I don't feel like I'm sober. Like, I feel like I've taken acid and the world is melted around me and I'm just watching like some hallucination of my mind ramble nonsense that I find amusing.
They aren't the same thing. There's a lyric that entered my mind instantly after waking up and realizing, oh shoot, that was a wet dream within a dream type shit. The lyric was, my genetic build can build multi-universes.
I don't know.
And that was a bar from a song called Worldwide Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. And I don't intentionally mean to reference Kendrick Lamar in every single video I make, but this happened because it was God's plan, right? God's plan. God's plan. Please, please, for not only my favor, but your favor, in favor of you, think about the depth of that statement right there. Your genetic build can build multi-universes. It very much correlates to the dream I had in which one singular semen droplet had...
You know that meme where, like, the guy asks the other dude for the source and the other guy, like, turns into a monstrous, like, creature of pure power and says, "It came to me in a dream"? That's him. This guy's ascended, frankly. He's actually beyond us. He's ascended beyond mortal thought. We can't comprehend this.
Earth and Earth, planet Earth.
You mean Dr. Manhattan? I don't think it's Dr. Manhattan in that meme, but I'm sure there's a variant where it is.
It. So you can imagine millions of semen droplets we release. Millions of Earth's multi-universes. You feel me? And what happens when you watch
This guy's unironically arguing that when you nut, you commit giga-genocide. Holy shit. He's actually arguing that nutting is committing omni-genocide. I appreciate this man's commitment to the ideology, I suppose.
That video on YouTube that trips you out, it zooms out from Earth and then to the solar system, then to the Milky Way galaxy,
That's
then
all
to
guys.
multiple galaxies, then the entire observable universe. Yeah, this is me experiencing it right the heck now, my boy.
You feel me?
What's crazy about this, and this might happen to you on semen retention, right? Well, it will happen to you, is synchronicity. But what might happen to you is you might start seeing people as reflections of yourself. And perhaps you start to gather this idea that other humans exist because we never wanted to feel lonely. So let's just assume for a second, right, that we are God. God created fragments of himself so he couldn't feel lonely. Dog, that gets deep. But I brought that up because
this guy watches Joe Rogan and just loses his mind. You know he watches Joe Rogan and his mind is blown every time, like, fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson says, well, yeah, you know, there could be entire universes inside of black holes. That's my best Neil deGrasse Tyson impression. And he's just like, that's deep, bro.
I'm just eternally grateful to have people in real life to interact with, because if I was on this earth alone, I would be driven crazy.
Yeah, I don't know which one of us is high right now either, Cleaver 120.
Now, the reason why this world is crazy, society is crazy, there's so much mental illness roaming around, is because there's this idea of us being alone in the universe, planet Earth being the only planet with life on it. But I know that's not true, bro. There's got to be life somewhere.
You know.
On some planet somewhere. And
probably, though, to be fair. I mean, universe is so extremely massive. If we're here, there's probably other shit. Probably nothing all that interesting and very far away. But, you know, it's out there. Probably. Very far away.
We would no longer be crazy if we interacted with them. They're probably on a higher consciousness than us. They're probably on a vibration of love that they could share with us and raise our collective consciousness on Earth to not make us feel alone anymore. So that gets deep. That all comes from me coming. Come.
Who sent me this? I need to know who sent me this so they could be properly rewarded with like proper due praise for this video recommendation. This is possibly the best video I've ever received from a chatter. Ban them. No. They need to be like modded or something, because it's me. Really, Adante Asai? Thank you, Adante Asai. Everyone is giving credit to Adante Asai. Thank you, Adante Asai. I don't know how you found this shit, but you deserve due credit for recommending possibly the best video I've ever had recommended to cover by a chatter in the entire history of my channel. This is a diamond very, very far in the rough.
Come. Jesus has come. If you've made it this far into the video, bro, just comment down Milky Way Galaxy. And like every comment that says Milky Way Galaxy, we're trying to reach like thousands upon millions of people out here. We're trying to reach multiple specks of dust. Shit, that's what I am. I love life. I love life being a speck of dust, bro.
How high is he?
I'm not sorry, actually. I was going to apologize, but then I'm like, bro, once you're on semen retention, you become so connected with the divine masculine. You just unapologetically be yourself. You don't apologize for things anymore. Your anxiety goes away. Because you start to realize and know who you truly are. That's pure consciousness. This video is ending for a reason. It's to make true a vision we believe in.
We are the universe, Minecraft. I forgot this all started with the Minecraft quote. We have to re-remind ourselves here. This all started with a Minecraft quote from the Minecraft end credits poem. The Minecraft Zoomer no-fap conservatives are a problem, guys. We gotta have a complete and total shutdown on Minecraft Zoomer boys until we figure out what's going on.